Less than 2 months to go now until the November election. There are questions about how secure Wisconsin's elections are. Our Rose Schmidt is here to tell us about the measures that are already in place and what could be changed in the future. Rose?
Susan, this week the Wisconsin Center for Investigative Journalism published a report discussing ways hackers could attack elections in our state. That includes things like putting malware in voting machines or compromising email addresses. The state's Elections Commission says it's always fighting off hackers and looking for ways to improve.
9 million times a year.
That's the number of times the Wisconsin system that keeps track of elections gets scanned.
We are prepared.
But the state's Elections Commission has been on top of it. Questions about security were raised last year after the Department of Homeland Security told 21 states, including Wisconsin, that they were targeted by Russian operatives.
Since 2016, before we even knew that the Russians were looking at our system, we've been working very hard on election systems, security, emergency planning, training for clerks.
This year, the federal government awarded the commission nearly $7 million for election security.
We're using a significant amount of that money on hiring new people, as well as for system enhancements for security.
Magny says people should feel confident in their elections, but there's always room for improvement.
And the main thing we're advocating for is routine post-election pre-certification audits. Use the paper ballots to make sure the election results are right before anyone gets declared the winner officially.
Karen McKim heads the Wisconsin Election Integrity, a group advocating for best practices when it comes to elections.
If elections can be messed up, either deliberately by hacking or accidentally by just computer glitches and whatnot, we lose our right to self-government. We could be governed by people we haven't elected.
She says voter confidence has taken a hit since the talk of hacking, but the Elections Commission and local municipalities are aware and taking the right steps forward. A national report released this month recommends ways for states to make their elections more secure, including using paper ballots, not using internet voting, and routinely checking the voter registration system. Wisconsin does everything on the list except for what's called risk-limiting audits, which looks at the accuracy of the results following an election. But the report says that should be implemented over the next 10 years, so they have some time.
Rose Schmidt here in the studio. Rose, thanks.